Hey guys, what's going on? Maurice here from Carnivore Diet app, and today I'm covering quite a bit of questions from my audience. I hope everyone is eating healthy and staying active. Now, my first question is, can I have spices? Salt, pepper are somehow allowed on a carnivore diet. I try to stick with a lot of simple ingredients that doesn't causes any type of symptoms. For example, if you do notice any type of digestion distress when you consume some of these herbs or spices, I highly recommend to immediately discontinue. You don't want any type of inflammation occurring. Can I have MCT oil? Again, if your gut is able to handle the medium chain triglyceride without any digestion issue, then enjoy it. I have tons of athletes who uses it for energy and to boost their ketones. Just play it safe. Don't overconsume. Start with about 1 teaspoon and go as high as 1 tablespoon per day. No more, no less. Does the carnivore diet put you in ketosis? Now, since you are fasting quite a bit between meals and or you only eat when you feel the hunger, yes, you are naturally in ketosis without even trying and or adding any additional fats. Can I drink tea on a carnivore diet? Now, I highly encourage only drinking water and bone broth, as drinking tea and other plant drinks, there is no point of drinking it, nor any proven fact still today that it does anything good to our body. Some of our audience, they tend to enjoy coffee. I use it myself as a pre-workout with some creatine. Test it out and see how you feel overall. What about can I eat bacon? If you do not have a good access to fatty cuts of beef, then yes, by all means. Who doesn't love bacon, right? You can have bacon, you can have eggs, you can have salmon. I like to stay away from a chicken, especially if they're not pasture raised, just because they do carry the most highly pro-inflammatory omega-6s. And shrimp, I try to kind of minimize the amount of shrimp just because it's very, very high in protein and almost zero fat, so it does spike your insulin quite a bit. Can you survive on one meal a day? Yes, eating one meal a day with enough dense nutrients, anyone can survive and feel optimal. Just maintain a proper ratio of at least 2 to 1 or even more for fat to protein. Can you gain weight on carnivore diet? Yes and no. If you are talking strictly carnivore eating, meat and fish, the only way you could put on weight is if you constantly overeat. Another way is when you start to include other ingredients to your carnivore diet, such as dairy, eggs, shrimp, as these are highly allergic foods, and yes, they tend to cause a slight shift in glucose levels and put on weight. Also, if your ratio of protein is way above 0.7 grams to 0.9 grams per 1 pound of body weight, yes, you could put on weight very easily, especially if you do not move your body much. Can you drink milk on a carnivore diet? Yes to some audience and no to others. Is the milk raw, pasture raised, etc.? Are you able to tolerate and digest without any issues? Is the milk coming from A1 or A2 cows? Lots of variations. You might have to test it out and find out what you can digest without any type of symptoms. I tend to drink sheep milk myself. It does contain double the amount of butterfat. As the fat globules are more easily digested, and of course, more fat, guess what? Better ratio of lipase to break it down from within. How can I reduce stomach fat? HIIT workout, eat your meat, fish, fat, and drink water when thirsty. Take digestive enzymes in the beginning stages if required to emulsify the fats properly. Make sure your pancreatic enzymes such as protease and lipase are high enough in that digestive enzymes. Can you survive on all meat diet? Yes, there are many thriving communities who have been doing this diet for more than 15 years and they are thriving with perfect health. Can you eat beef jerky on carnivore diet? Yes, you could. It's meat protein, but the ingredients as you have to be careful. As some, they tend to use lots of nitrates, brown sugar, and tons of salt to preserve the meat. Just check the ingredients and be aware of what you are consuming and how you feel. Be tuned with your body. How do I start the carnivore diet? Since most of you have my application, there is a 30-day Kickstarter on how to get started. The application is free to download, and you also get a one-on-one coaching free from myself as well too, to assist you on the journey along the way. Can I eat 6 or more eggs a day? I have many audience who consume 20 plus eggs a day. There is no harm, and the amount of fats you will receive from the eggs will give you energy, strength, cognition, performance, so definitely enjoy it. If you are worried about cholesterol, then don't even consider going on a carnivore diet, as the more cholesterol we have, the longer we live, and it's a proven fact. The only thing you have to watch out for is oxidized cholesterol that you have to kind of check on once in a while. Should I be fasting on a carnivore diet? If you are eating strictly meat and fish, then there is no point, as nothing is processed and no allergic and or high hormonal foods you are consuming. But if you are consuming dirty carnivore, I call it, doing an 18-hour fasting 3 times a week is beneficial, and or doing 72 hours once a month is more than enough. It's the same question as before. Can I drink coffee on a carnivore diet? Again, if you are able to tolerate without any type of symptoms, then for sure enjoy it. But don't overdo it, as it's a diuretic drink and it does not allow your body to absorb one of my favorite minerals that I always talk about is magnesium. What about blood work? Should I watch out for being on a carnivore diet? That all depends on your health. But generally, you can check your liver enzymes, your kidneys, oxidized lipids such as ApoB, Lp(a). You can check your RBC deficiency of magnesium, as sometimes overeating of protein depletes magnesium. Check your testosterone, and always check your HSCRP for any inflammation, your omega-6 and 3s. Vitamin D3 is very, very important, especially if you don't go out much in the sun and or you live in a cold climates. What do you recommend for a good fats? There's one of my favorite is always been suet. There's lard, butter, ghee, beef tallow, duck fat. What are the benefits of the carnivore diet? Losing weight, fix or identify food intolerances or allergies, heal or reverse syndrome X. What's so special about meat, and why eat only animals? Meat, fish, protein is highly bioavailable. Animal protein has all the essential amino acid you need to live. Also packed with some nutrients like creatine, carnosine, and vitamin B12 that they're only found in meat. Meat is low in allergen threats, with the exception of some seafood and shellfish. Should I worry about too much methionine in my diet? Now, collagen is super important to be added to your lifestyle. For every 100 grams of muscle meat, ensure you are adding at least 10 grams of collagen to balance your methionine with glycine. Collagen could be ingested by having some amazing beef tendons, and I tend to have that at least a couple times a week myself. And coming down to our last question, is eating raw meat, fish on a carnivore diet safe, and why consume raw? In regards to eating raw, you do get your live enzymes, which are killed off when we tend to cook the meat, right? Therefore, you end up putting more distress on your pancreas to release proper enzymes to break them down. Also, you get more bioavailability of vitamins and minerals, and it's 100% safe. I've been on it coming up to about a year now. I feel great, fully optimized and satisfied. I still consume some animal products cooked, especially beef tendons and some organs. Also, there's no need to worry about parasites, 100% safe, since most of the meat is sometimes comes pre-frozen, which if that's the case, parasites are already freaking dead. And if you get it fresh, raw from the butcher, the enzymes within the meat will destroy and digest everything. Just make sure you are getting it from a good source. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.